I'm Wes from Recommended Playing, and unfortunately I need to make this video specifically for one achievement in Dead Rising 3's Untold Stories 4 DLC, The Last Agent. In this DLC there is a bug with the achievement Ashes to Ashes. This is where Brad needs to burn 40 biohazard piles. Well, technically there's two glitches related to this achievement, but one of them is progression locking. The first glitch just doesn't reveal the locations on the minimap. This is a simple, minor inconvenience. The second glitch is much more egregious. At the count of 36 and/or 37 biohazard piles burned, the counter will simply stop progressing. You will burn a pile and it will say 36 corpses burned, 36 corpses burned, 36 corpses burned. Unfortunately, there is no way to fix this. If you restart the DLC, you will encounter this glitch again, and again, and again. Your only recourse is to completely reset your save file and start fresh from a level 1 save. This glitch is inherently tied to your save file. If you are unfortunate enough to encounter this glitch, your only option is to wipe your save file and start over. I recommend doing this after completing all of the other achievements, including Prestige Hound in the main game. This way, wiping your save file will only require you to get the single Ashes to Ashes achievement on this fresh file. This guide will take you step by step to quickly power up Brad to be able to get through the DLC relatively painlessly from a new game file in the event that you encounter this glitch. If you need this supplementary guide, you have my condolences. I have encountered this glitch myself, and it's a huge pain in the ass, and you shouldn't need to deal with it. Very cool, Vancouver Boys. All in, this method should take you about 90 minutes from new game start to completing the Ashes to Ashes achievement. Let's just get into it. You have to erase your save file and start from scratch by choosing Reset Game in the options menu. Now you should head to the Untold Stories menu and select Untold Stories 4. This is the Last Agent DLC starring Brad Park. You'll immediately spawn in the Eastern Illegal Safe House in South Elmuda. You should start by grabbing the 4-wheel Fun Book. This increases your durability with vehicles, and at this early stage of the game, this is very useful. Now you should leave the safe house and head west down the strip. Head into the fire station on your right. Climb the stairs and grab the blueprint for the electric staff. Pick up the nearby battery, followed by the traffic light, and combine them into the electric staff. This will be our go-to weapon for the playthrough. Exit the fire station now and run around the immediate area using the electric staff to kill zombies. You should be able to eke out a level here. When you do, grab the first level in Smarts. This is a PP bonus. We will not be investing any more in the Smarts category after this, but this one upgrade is helpful. Do not use all of the ammo in your electric staff. Make sure to save some in reserve. Once you're low on ammo in the electric staff, head to the south side of this street across from the fire station. Climb the stairs near the bus and then jump onto the upper landing on your left. Here you should pick up the blueprint for the Power Shout. Now you should make a power shout using the nearby traffic cone and speaker. Your inventory is pretty limited at this point, so you may have to drop something. You can always pick it up after you're done building. With your new power shout, it's time to head west down the street towards the power plant. Use the power shout to clear zombies as you work your way up to the left side and head into Special J's Cafe. You can pick up a Frank statue here from the popcorn machine. You should also grab the nearby propane tank and hold it in your inventory. Make sure you have both the electric staff and propane tanks in your inventory. We will not be going too far out of our way for collectibles, but they can help you level up early, so we will be grabbing a few. Exit Special J's and head into the power plant on your left. You'll want to climb onto the scaffolding here. Follow this forward and enter the abandoned apartment on your left. Grab another Frank here for extra PP. Now head back outside onto the scaffolding and work your way along and turn to your right. You'll find a blueprint here for the Electro Fire Staff. This is our go-to combo weapon. Immediately combine the propane tank in your inventory with your ammo-depleted electric staff. This will give you an ammo refresh. Now make a second electric staff using a battery and the traffic light. Then use the nearby propane tank to turn this into an electro fire staff as well. You should have 2 full electro fire staffs now. You can switch the electro fire staff from thunder to fire using the strong attack. Make sure you do this with both of your staffs. Now drop down to ground level and head south towards Jack. Clear the zombies around Jack for a PP bonus using the Electro Fire Staff. Now you'll want to double back and work your way westbound to Big Buck's construction site. Use the Electro Fire Staff to clear zombies. Try and get a large kill streak going. You can run and gun with the Electro Fire Staff. Once you get to Big Buck's construction site, you should have a few levels under your belt. Head south and clear the zombies around Mila by the truck. Now double back towards the warehouse on the east side. You'll want to jump into the burning dumpster on your left for another blueprint. This is for the electric shout. You can make a new power shout and combine this with the battery for the electric shout. You should be around level 6 at this point. Your first leveling priority should be ranged. This gives you more ammo for the electrofire staff and power shout. After that, more inventory and health are both strong options. We won't get much value out of other upgrades. This is a very stripped down playthrough. Ranged ammo followed by inventory for these first few levels. Once that's finished, you should work your way to the next blueprint for the power shout. This happens to be in the warehouse on the west side near the Wrench-O-Rama. Use your electric staff and power shouts to clear zombies and maintain a kill streak as much as you can as you work your way to this location. Do not exhaust your electrofire staff. Prioritize using one while keeping the other full. When you get close to the north entrance of the warehouse, you can hop the fence to your right to enter a small courtyard area. Inside, you'll find a blueprint for the Electro Ice staff. Electro Ice is fine, but for right now, we just care about Electro Fire. Make a third Electro Fire staff using the battery and traffic light, and then the nearby propane tank. You should have 3 Electro Fire staffs in your inventory now, and one of them should be fairly close to empty. It's fine, just keep as many in your inventory as you can. If you can spare the inventory space, you can pick up the liquid nitrogen tank as well. Once you've made the new electrofire staff, climb back out and head to your left into the warehouse. Inside, clear zombies using the electrofire staff as you work your way to the top of the stairs. Cross the board to get outside the window, and then turn left and fall into the building below. Work your way around this area now and grab the Frank from the secret room. You can grab some special mixed juices here if you wish, otherwise double back and exit out to the rooftop. Grab the blueprint for the super shout here. You can make a new power shout and combine it with a stereo for the super shout. Your inventory should now be 3 electrofire staffs, a super shout, and 1 healing item or an electric shout. Now drop down and exit out the street by heading through the door in the Wrench-O-Rama. You'll want to work your way north now. Make sure to clear out zombies and blast the ZDC speaker for a PP bonus. Prioritize using your shouts to clear zombies and exhaust their ammo. Your electrofire staffs are more important. Work your way north to the destroyed train back on the central strip in South Almuda. Once you get there, head to the red car and drive it to the side of the garbage truck. Now climb onto the car and use it as a jumping off point to get to the top of the garbage truck. Next, jump onto the crashed train. Follow the train and jump onto the next car. Turn to your right and climb onto the roof. Grab the blueprint for the ultimate shout here. You should then craft a new power shout and combine it with the nearby battery and radio into the ultimate shout. There's also a nearby ZDC speaker here for you to blast and a tragic ending to collect for bonus PP. Once you have an ultimate shout, you should drop back down to the street below. Now you'll want to head to Almuda Farms on the north side of South Almuda. You should encounter Ryan here. Use the ultimate shout to instantly clear the zombies around him for a PP bonus. Continue clearing zombies until you reach Almuda Farms. Now you should head through to the back alley. On your right, after exiting, you'll find a white truck. Climb onto the hood and then get onto the back. Now jump onto the roof of Almuda Farms. Follow this path around to the main roof. Climb and grab the nearby Frank statue. Then head to the blueprint for the elemental staff. Now you should make a fresh electrofire staff using the materials present. Then use the nearby liquid nitrogen to turn one of your depleted electrofire staffs into an elemental staff. This will give you an ammo refresh. You should have about 3 to 4 electrofire and elemental staffs at this point, as well as an ultimate shout. Make sure to swap them all to fire, and then drop down to the street on the north side. Quickly on your left, head into the fiefdom meat supply and head to the back room for a tragic ending. There are also some healing items to grab in here if you need them. Now it's finally time to do the main missions. Head back to Collins Chemicals and check on the door. Next, you'll have to head into the office. Now use the console to open up the gate. Head into the parking lot. You should use your ultimate shout to clear the majority of zombies in here. Be careful to avoid hitting the Collins Chemical van. After clearing the area, I was level 10, so I took upgrades for health and sprinting. I won't be mentioning levels anymore after this point. Take whatever you want or are comfortable with. It is a good idea to save some of your attribute points to buy a health cube in emergencies. This will give you a full heal. Otherwise, just do whatever you want from here on out in terms of levels. When you're clear, get into the Collins chemical van. Drive the van south through the power plant and turn left to get onto the highway. Snake around the car crashes and drive the van towards the central city eastbound. There will be soldiers here, but avoid them by staying on the right side of the bridge. Now you can just cross the highway to get to Central. Snake around the buses and trucks again, turn down to your right and follow this path all the way to the end to get to the hospital. You'll likely want to get out of the car to blow up the explosive barrels near the tennis courts. Then get back in and drive the van to the hospital. Before talking to Cora, grab the shock dozer blueprint nearby. You can also grab some nearby healing items and then exhaust Cora's dialogue. Make sure to save your game. You'll now be tasked with getting a pacifier weapon. This is on the Los Perdidos bridge in the center of the map. Leave the hospital and get in the nearby sedan. You can head north, and if you want, you can exit your car to clear the zombies around Sam. Prioritize using the ultimate shout here. Continue north past the Rancherama now to reach a military blockade. Climb onto the truck by jumping up the scaffolding. Now you can sprint and jump to the medical trailer for a tragic ending and a PP bonus. Now exit the blockade back to the street and combine the bulldozer and ambulance into a shock dozer. Now get inside the shock dozer. This is optional and kind of annoying to do, but you can use the shock dozer to launch yourself onto the garbage truck for another tragic ending. I skipped it this time. Get the tragic ending, or ignore it, and drive the shock dozer north. You'll want to drive your way out of Central City. Clear the zombies around Alec for a PP bonus if you wish, and then turn left down the highway. In Brad's DLC, there are a ton of barricades, so work your way to the bridge only to find it totally blocked off. Your target is to turn right down the train tracks and follow it to the end. There are lots of Special Forces soldiers here, so try and take them out. Otherwise, once you're done, pick up the pacifier weapon for main story progress. Now you don't actually need the pacifier, and it sucks anyways, so ditch it once the dialogue is over. You'll be tasked with collecting chips from King Zombies. Get back in your shock dozer and drive it over the edge. Now abandon it and enter the nearby sports car. Drive this to your left and loop around to get to Sunset Hills. Sunset Hills isn't barricaded yet, but get out of your sports car and start killing zombies using the Electrofire Staff or Ultimate Shout to start building up a kill streak. You can also shoot the ZDC speaker on your right on the way into Sunset. This is just a simple loop to get the Kings. Use the Ultimate Shout and clear your way up the right side of Sunset. When you find the Kings, kill them and collect the chips they drop. Do not forget to grab the chips. Otherwise, just keep moving forward and clearing zombies, working your way up the right side. There is a second set of Kings outside of Speedy Espresso. Take them out and grab the chips before heading right to find Greta. Quickly rescue her, and then double back to Speedy Espresso. In the pantry area are materials to make another elemental staff. Quickly assemble one here. I had about 4 elemental staffs here, which should be sufficient for the rest of the playthrough, thankfully. Now exit Speedy Espresso and head east. Quickly stop by the broken SUV and climb it to reach the balcony with another Frank statue. Once you have it, you can drop back down to ground level and then get in the van. Drive the van north to Big Bucks Hardware. There's another set of Kings in the parking lot. Clear them using the Ultimate Shout and then make sure to loot the Zombrex chips. Now get back in the van and drive to the north side of Sunset Hills towards the next King location. Jump the landslide and then stop just when you reach the stairs on your right. Exit the van and head up the stairs to reach the tennis courts. Use the Ultimate Shout to clear the area and then loot the Zombrex chips from the Kings. Now head up into the house and then down the driveway to get back to the street. Alex should be right in front of you. Save her using the Ultimate Shout. Continue down the street, clearing the zombies using the Ultimate Shout until you reach the end. Now just jump the barricade on your left and clear the Kings to collect the chips. Continue southbound, shooting the ZDC speaker on your right and rescue Jasmine on the left. Now you should set your marker to the next set of Kings and work your way there now. You'll want to head south and jump the next barricade. Then immediately turn to your left, followed by a quick right turn down the alleyway. Couple more Kings here. Take them out and then loot their Zombrex chips. One last set of Kings. Double back to the north side of the alley and continue down the right side. Head to the tennis courts and clear out the last set of kings. Grab the final Zombrex chips. You'll need to head back to Cora at the hospital now. Work your way there. I chose to use the Electrofire staff and tried to build up a reasonable kill streak for PP, but your best option by far is just to get into a car and work your way back to Central. Grab a sedan near the entrance to Sunset Hills. Then drive around the broken bridge to get back to Central City. Now just head left and loop around Central until you get back to the hospital. Talk to Cora now. That's one task down, a few more to go. Your next task in the Last Agent DLC is to take out a slew of bikers. This is a simple loop around Central City. Start by heading southwest to the stage. As usual, you should clear as many zombies as possible with the Electrofire staff for extra levels. The bikers are pretty resilient, but they do go down with a few shots of the fire mode of the Electrofire staff. Just keep dumping flame shots into them and clear out the bikers around the stage. Now you should talk to the 3 survivors. Also make sure to grab the tragic ending for an extra PP bonus. There are lots of healing items available on the stage, so grab some if you need it. The next set of bikers is northwest of your current location. They're in the walking-only shopping area. Clear out the zombies in the way using the Electrofire staff and smash a couple of ZDC speakers along the way. When you're at the stairs that have a car barricade, head up to find Keith and 3 bikers. This is a very simple battle. Just unload flames into them and eventually they'll get roasty toasted. Once that's complete, just head directly north into the store and grab the Frank statue from the back room. Now cross the street and head into the security office. Head into the actual office of the security offices and pick up the extra Frank for more PP. Now exit this area and head to the loading bay across the way. There's 3 more bikers in here. Simply torch them with the Electrofire staff just like before. Once they're all cleared, you can grab yet another Frank on the boxes nearby. Now head into the storefront and you can kill some kings. Otherwise, just continue outside and clear the zombies around Jordan. Your goal is just to head back to the hospital now. Run south back to the hospital, doing your best to level up as much as possible along the way. But just get those sweet buns back to the hospital. One more set of bikers here, just blast them with flames until they're all done. With those bikers all incinerated, you should talk to Cora for your next assignment, and it's a good idea to save your game. Your next task is to head to Ingleton for a stash of bootleg Zombrex. There isn't a good way to get here unfortunately since there's a huge blockade everywhere in Brad's DLC. You should start by grabbing a nearby car and head north to the Wrenchorama. If there's no cars nearby, just hoof it. Take out the kings inside. Inside the Wrenchorama, you should grab the Armadillo. This is a strong armored vehicle and it's better for the shock dozer for this application since it's way faster. Drive the Armadillo south. You can use the gun to shoot the exploding barrels and then loop around Central City to the bridge to South Elmuda. This bridge has soldiers. Do your best to avoid the blockade by staying on the left side. Now drive into South Elmuda by winding around the trucks. South Elmuda is a simple loop again, but you'll have to go south the long way around. Drive through South Elmuda past Big Buck's construction. Here you should stop by the flaming dumpster again to pick up another ultimate shout. This is useful for clearing the soldiers that are in Ingleton. Once you have your ultimate shout, get back in the Armadillo. Drive this forward to the blockade and then turn northbound. Cross through the fireworks factory and just before the tunnel you should get out and clear the zombies around Vicky near the recycling plant. Your ultimate shout should give you a one-shot rescue. Now double back to the Armadillo and continue up the street north into the industry tunnel. Drive through the tunnel avoiding blockades to the Chinese Opera House in Ingleton. You can save a survivor here if you want, otherwise just head towards the Happy Good Mart. There's a ton of soldiers here, so you'll want to get close. The ultimate shout is actually pretty good for clearing the soldiers, but if you get hit by a rocket, you will drop it. This is extremely annoying to deal with. You can resort to using the Electrofire staff in a pinch if you're having trouble with the ultimate shout. Regardless, clear the area of soldiers and grab the bootleg Zombrex from inside the store. There's healing items in here if you need them as well. Your Armadillo is likely busted at this point, so you can try and drive it, or otherwise you can pick up a cab on the street on the way to the industry tunnel. This is just a simple trip back to Central City's hospital. You're probably pretty familiar with it at this point. Drive south into South Elmuda, then past the construction site and get back to the bridge. Avoid the military blockade and loop around to the south side of Central. Then just avoid the exploding barrels and get back to the hospital to talk to Cora. Save your game. Your next task awaits. and that task is retrieving Nelson the hacker in Sunset Hills. This is easy. Get into a nearby vehicle, the ambulance works just fine. Drive this north out of Central and around the highway to get to Sunset Hills. Once you're in Sunset Hills, head to your left and then to your right to get to a barricade. Exit your vehicle and then hop the barricade. Head north and take the first right by the toy store. You'll find a white box truck. You want to climb this, jumping onto the hood, then the roof of the truck, and then onto the roof of the toy store. Now you should head to the right side of the toy store and drop onto the balcony below. Just quickly enter the window on your left. This place is swarming with zombies, so if you have an ultimate shout, now is a great time to use it. Clear this area of zombies. You can grab another Frank statue while you're here in the back corner. Once the area is clear, talk to Nelson and give him the bootleg Zombrex. You have some healing items in here you can restock on while the dialogue runs. Once Nelson joins up with you, you'll be tasked with going to the crashed helicopter in Ingleton. Jump out the window and make your way towards the North Bridge. There will be soldiers here. You can simply choose to ignore them if you wish. Nelson does not need to be escorted, so you can safely ignore him and just clear a path to the north side. Get into the Ultimate Playhouse van and use it to get to Ingleton via the North Bridge. Serpentine your way around the buses and then pass through the bridge all the way to Ingleton. Head down the down ramp and you'll end up right in front of the crashed helicopter. Now you should get out of your van and get into the chopper. You can collect the nearby tragic ending for some extra PP, and then wait in this area for Nelson to grab the Spectrum Analyzer. Once he does that, you can save the survivor by the motel. Now it's time to head south to the repair shop. Simply head down this alley and clear out zombies in the way as you pass through the north side of Paradise Platinum screens. Once you're on the street, just head towards Roy's Mart and get back onto the main strip of Ingleton. Turn south past Rhonda's Rancherama, clearing zombies with your Electrofire staff. Clear the zombies around Callyanne and then double back to Nelson at the repair shop. You can grab the blueprint for the glaciator here, but it's pretty worthless in my opinion. Head to the back of the store and grab the computer parts. Now you'll be tasked with heading to Annie's XXX shop in South Almuda. Head south down the street towards the Chinese Opera House. Keep running and hopefully there's a car nearby to speed this process up. Otherwise, you can just hoof it south through the industry tunnel. We're finally almost at the core part of this guide. About halfway through the tunnel, I finally found a van. You can hop in and drive it south to the fireworks factory. Instead of driving through, just stop and get out. Now just hop the barricade to your left and you're at the XXX shop. Clear the area of zombies and then head inside and immediately up the staircase. There's a Frank statue in the control room that you can grab for some extra PP. There's also a lot of wine in here, so feel free to restock on healing items. Once you're in here, talk to Nelson and he'll tell you to wait. You'll also get the side mission to burn the corpse piles. This is what we came here for. There's 10 per major area and 40 total. It's a good opportunity to save your game. We may as well start with South Almuda's corpse pile since we're here. These should all be marked with a yellow circle on your map. The first is directly south of your location. You should head through the tire company now to get back towards the warehouse. All you need to do is jump the fence to get to the burn pile. You should have ample Electrofire staff ammunition to burn this, but if you're short, conveniently there's materials to make an elemental staff here, so you should combine one. I also took this as an opportunity to level up. The second burn pile is at Big Buck's construction site. You should set your marker to this now and head around. This is actually on the second level of the construction site. Work your way up the nearby ramp and then get to the burn pile. Torch it. Biohazard pile number 3 is in the warehouse. Get back down to ground level and head east now to get to the warehouse. If you're short on weapons, you can make an ultimate shout at the flaming dumpster. Otherwise, just head into the warehouse. At the south side, in between some containers, is the third burn pile. Burn pile 4 is northeast of your current location. Head to the muscle car in the warehouse and get inside and exit the warehouse. Now head north to the cross street. Get out at this intersection and torch the bodies. 10% of the way there. Burn pile number 5 is inside the power plant area. Get back in the car and turn to your right. Take the immediate left before you get on the highway. Now you can ditch the car. Work your way to the map marker through the power plant. This is at the back side. Burn the corpses. 5 of 40 down. Number 6 is conveniently close by. You'll want to head to the north street past the power plant. From here, run towards the illegal safe house where you started the game. Once you pass the bus, head to your right and then up the staircase. You can build another ultimate shout here if you're really short on weapons. Otherwise, head up the stairs and kill the 2 kings. Head down the stairs in front of you and torch Biohazard pile number 6. The next biohazard pile is beside the illegal safe house. Double back down the stairs and keep heading towards it on the right side. You'll find the burn pile behind the converted tramcars restaurant. Torch it. Now you need to head westbound on this street for quite a ways. Your goal is the South Elmuda bus depot. You should just work your way down the street, and as soon as you get to the bus depot, the burn pile should be directly in front of the entrance. Torch it for number 8. Burn pile 9 is directly south of your current location. This is located at Elmuda Farms. You'll have been through this area several times through the main story of the game and to get into the illegal safe houses. Pass through Elmuda Farms and in the back alley torch the pile by the white truck. That's 9 down. If you need a new weapon, jump onto the roof to grab another elemental staff. Burn pile 10 is conveniently near the Ingleton exit. I opted to first go back to Nelson. I have a theory that this might help with the glitch, but I have no conclusions unfortunately. Anyways, back to Annie's old-fashioned XXX supply. Talk to Nelson for the next steps. Restock on healing items in here as well. Now it's time to get back to the industry tunnel. You can grab a nearby van to speed up this process. On your way out of Ingleton, make sure to torch the 10th burn pile beside the ZDC speaker. You can blast the speaker if you want now as well for a PP bonus. That's 1/4 of all of the biohazard piles. Time to move on to Ingleton. Biohazard pile 11 is on the way to the Garden of Peace. This is directly north of the industry tunnel entrance. Drive north and ditch your car before heading into the pedestrian-only zone. Turn to your left and find the burn pile. Burn pile number 12 is west of your current location in the alley behind Rhonda's Rentarama. You should be very familiar with this area. All you need to do is pass through Sunny Luck Fortune and then jump over the barricade. Turn to your left and run to the end of the alley. Burn the 12th body pile here. Biohazard pile 13 is actually on this same street. All you need to do is follow the curve and then head directly north. You'll pass Kristen on the way, and you're free to save her if you want using an ultimate shout or your electrofire staff. Keep moving forward and you'll find a corpse pile in the middle of the alley. Clear the zombies and torch it. Burn pile 14 is directly west of your current location. Just head to your left and follow this path. Work your way around the van and barricades and then make a slight turn right. The burn pile is in front of the garage. Torch it. You should also head north now towards Mike and clear the zombies around him. The 15th burn pile is behind this house. Simply loop around to the back and set it on fire. Now you should head back to the front and get in the nearby car. The 16th burn pile is at the back of the Ingleton Motel. You should also be very familiar with this place as well. Drive to the motel using the muscle car. Now bail out and shoot the burn pile from the hole in the brick wall. Burn pile number 16 is southeast. This is north of Paradise Platinum Screens and south of the apartment building. Get back in your car and drive it a short distance down. You'll have to bail out at the alleyway. This is pedestrians only. Simply run to the end of this area and torch the 17th burn pile. The next is southeast of your current location. Work your way around to get back to the street south of you. The burn pile is at the gas station on the corner. You should head there now and burn biohazard pile 18. You're probably going to blow up the gas station in the process. The final two in Ingleton are in a short loop. You should head south towards the funeral home. Pass the hearse and head into the cemetery. Just torch the 19th burn pile and double back to the hearse. The 20th and final burn pile in Ingleton is north at the end of this street. Just drive the hearse northbound and get out of the car once you turn left. Torch the 20th and last biohazard pile in Ingleton by the porta potty. Halfway there. The path to Sunset Hills from Ingleton is barricaded during Brad's entire DLC now, so it's time to head to Central City. The only way there is back through South Elmuda, and then make your way on the highway to Central. Another 10 corpses to burn in Central City. Oh joy. As soon as you get into Central City from the South Elmuda Bridge, all you need to do is turn right down the street and you'll find a burn pile on your right. Just get out of your car and torch it. That's number 21. Biohazard pile 22 is on the southern edge of Central City. This is basically in the middle of the map. Get back in your car and drive south. Then turn eastbound on the street and keep an eye out for the park area. This is near a taxi cab. Burn pile 22 once you're close and then get into the nearby taxi. The 23rd burn pile is in the southeastern corner of Central City. Drive the taxi past the stage and through the tennis courts. The burn pile is just past the tennis courts near the fences. Torch it and then get back in the cab. Biohazard Pile 24 is a little more complicated. You'll need to head back northwest. Your target should be Colombian Roastmasters. You can pass through the store and then head up the back alley. This is also right in front of the Burgess Dawson Hotel. Simply head left and take the stairs up and burn the next pile next to the dumpsters. Biohazard Pile 25 is northwest. Jump back down to street level and clear the zombies on the street as you head north. When you see the porta potty, turn to your left. Then head to your left when you see police cars and torch the burn pile. Biohazard Pile 26 is northeast. We're kinda just zigzagging around central. This is very close to the giant dinosaur statue by the museum. Double back to the street and head for the T-Rex. All you have to do now is torch it. Burn Pile 27 is northwest again. Set your marker and head north. Once you see the garbage truck, turn left inside. The corpse pile is just past the first loading bay on your right. Torch it. One more trip northeast for number 28. Get back onto the street and clear out the zombies on the walking path. Head past the information sign and burn the pile in the grass to the left. Biohazard Pile 29 is north of the Rancho-Rama at the east side of Central. You should head there now. Start by heading north and then wrap around the street to the right side. Turn south when you can, and just before the Rancho-Rama, turn left into the military blockade. You'll find the burn pile next to the medical trailer. Torch it. Now you just have 30, which is at the north exit to Central City. You can either make a shock dozer right here, or you can head south to the Rancho-Rama to get another armadillo. That's your call. Whatever vehicle you pick, drive it northbound, and right before you exit to the highway, jump out and head into the fenced-off area. Torch Biohazard Pile 30. That's all for Central. All that's left is Sunset Hills. The final 10. Sunset Hills will be blocked off. Par for the course in Brad's DLC, unfortunately. We're going to start at the subway station on the west side and kind of work our way up in a wonky S for Sunset Hills. Start off by heading westbound. You'll probably want to ditch your ride and hoof it from now on. Sunset Hills is pretty awful for driving in general. Make your way to the school and subway station on the west side. Clear out the massive pack of zombies and dodge the football tackles along the way. Once you're in front of the subway station, you'll find the 31st Biohazard Pile near the police cars. Light her up. Biohazard Pile 32 is up next. This is northeast of your current location. Double back east and then take the first left to head up the hill. If you need healing items, you can enter the store for some pizza. Otherwise, you'll want to follow this street north to the porta potty on the right. Torch the Biohazard Pile. It's right beside the porta potty. The 33rd burn pile is southeast. Head down the street and turn to your right at the tennis courts. The burn pile is in a corner near the railing on the south side. Torch it. Only 7 more to go. Biohazard Pile 34 is again southeast. This is back on the main street in Sunset Hills. Jump the railing to ground level and then jump and climb over the wall. The burn pile is directly in front of you. Simply cross the street and torch it. Biohazard Pile 35 is northeast. You can jump on a nearby motorcycle and drive forward. Once you get to the gas station, you should turn left. Get off your motorcycle, jump the barricade, and head northbound. You'll find the 35th Biohazard Pile in the center of the intersection. Biohazard Pile 36 is eastbound. Start by heading north and then up the stairs and through the mansion. Hop the fence here and get back onto the street. Cross over to the parking lot of Big Buck Hardware. The Biohazard Pile is beside the van. Torch it. Now you can fail this part of the story, so I'm going to do it now. Head towards the big mansion in Sunset Hills up the main street. Save at the nearby porta potty in case you fail. Work your way up to the main objective marker and ignore the soldiers. Head to the garage at the back. Now you should take out the soldier attacking the server. You need to beat this guy before he destroys it, and you need to make sure that you don't also destroy the server by accident. Once that's clear, you can head back and take out the remaining soldiers. Now you can activate the server once you're done. From this back garage area, you should head up the tiered garden and jump up the broken fence to get into the large mansion in Sunset Hills. Turn to your right and head around the path here. Grab the Frank on the walkway for a PP bonus, and then you can find the 37th burn pile out in the open in the drained pool. This is where you might experience the glitch. If it says 36 of 40 burned even though you're on number 37, that's a problem. If this happens, well, unfortunately, you may as well just stop now and wipe your save file again and start over. If it increments to 37, you should keep going. There's only 3 left. Biohazard Pile 38 is at Joey's house. You'll want to head there now. Double back to the area with the soldiers. Now climb up the path and get beside Joey's house. Torch the 38th burn pile on the lawn at the side of his house. Only 2 left. The next one is southwest of your current location. Just jump the tennis court's fence and head south. Cross the street and burn the 39th biohazard pile in front of the garage. 1 more to go. Head to the northwest corner of Sunset Hills. This is near the blockade. All you need to do now is head to the location marked by the green light and torch it. If you did not get the glitch, it should take a minute before the achievement unlocks, as long as it said 40 of 40 piles burned. Hopefully, you only need to do this 1 extra time. If you encountered the glitch a second time, well, I'm sorry, but you have my condolences. If you're playing on PC and experienced the glitch for Ashes to Ashes, I would very much advocate you just use the Steam Achievement Manager. If this glitch is present on Xbox, you have much less recourse. All you can do is keep resetting your save data until the game finally decides to keep counting to 40. I don't know what it is with these Vancouver boys. Apparently basic math is just impossible for them. Oh well, I really hope that you didn't need this video, but I did experience this glitch while getting my rough draft footage for the Dead Rising 3 All Achievements Guide, so I did think that this was worth making, at least as a little supplement. Thanks for watching everyone, a special shout out to my Patreon supporters. Your support goes a long way with helping the channel out. We're currently on a campaign to reach 1,000 supporters on Patreon, and every single dollar adds up. Otherwise, you can leave a super thanks on this or any one of my videos. I'm not picky. You can also become a channel member for some fun little emotes and a special badge during live streams. Heck, even subscribing to YouTube Premium helps me out, and it gives you an ad-free viewing experience. That's a win-win. If you like the Dead Rising content, you can check out the Dead Rising playlist, which features multiple video guides on how to rescue all of the survivors, and how to get all of the achievements for the Dead Rising series. This is hours of fun for the whole family. I'm pretty sure we're at over 24 hours of Dead Rising footage at this point. You can also like and subscribe for more Dead Rising 3 content coming. Thank you for watching.